Hi everyone, on today's tutorial I'll be teaching us how to make this standing peplum. We can use it as down part of our gown, down part of our top. We can as well use it as skirts. The waist of that customer is 13 inches and I'm using the length of that peplum to be 14 inches. So if I fold my cloth into 4, from the edge, from this particular edge to this cuff area, I'll be using 8 inches. I'll just measure 8 inches all through. Then from this place to the extreme end, I'll be using 14 inches, but I'll make it to be 15 inches because I'll be adding half inches for up and down, the sewing allowance. So I have this place to be 15 inches altogether, 15 inches altogether. So from here to here is 8 inches, while from all this place around will be 15 inches. So let's go to our main fabric now. So I folded my fabric into 2, firstly into 2, then now into 4. So I have it to be 23 by 23 now in 4 places. So from the edge, just as we indicated on that board, from the edge I will start by measuring my 8 inches. 8 inches, just place the 8 inches on the edge there, then you start marking it. You can see the way I'm doing it. I didn't allow the table to move away from that edge. The 8 must be on that edge, then I start marking it like that. So here I am. If I measure all I have there, multiply by 4, because my cloth is being folded into 4, it will give me more than 30 inches. But I use that 8 inches because I want to create a pleat on that peplum, so it will be more than customer waist before folding. So from that 8 inches that I've marked there, I'll start marking my 15 inches, which is the main peplum measurement that I want. I told you that I'll be using 14 inches for the peplum, but half sewing allowance up and sewing allowance down, making it 15 inches altogether. So that's how I'll be taking my tape rule from one point to another, making sure that it's giving me the exact 15 inches that I want. You can see the way I'm shifting the tape rule compared to the first one that I did. That one stayed on the same spot all through, but this one is moving from one place to another. Then I will join all the mark. Can you see now? So I can go ahead and cut the peplum that I want now. You have to cut on the chalk the way the mark is. Can you see? So that place will serve as my waist plus the extra that we use to pleat the waist, while this down part now is the main peplum that we want. So I'm done cutting now. The same thing applicable to the lining. I folded my lining into 4, so I placed my fabric on it just to trace it out, the same thing that I did on the main fabric. I've cut that side, remain the down part, so I am cutting it now. So I have the 2 now, it remains sewing. We need to take it to our machine and start sewing. I'm using crilloni 3 inches to crilloni, 1 inch M gum. I've cut out my lining and my fabric as well. So let's go. So I went ahead to arrange my fabric and my lining. I'll place it right side facing each other. Place my lining on it. My crilloni, I'll place it on it. Likewise, the 1 inch M gum that I want to use. Make sure everything is aligned together. Then I'll start stitching. The stitching is going to be by 1/4 inch. The reason why I'm going to stitch it by 1/4 inch is because the crilloni will still take some inch from the main fabric when we want to iron this particular peplum. So the stitching will be by 1/4 inch. I keep on stitching it with 1/4 inch. This is how I like to be hanging my hem gum. I don't like it rolling on the floor, so I'll just place it beside my thread and be dragging it like that. So I continue with the stitching. Now I'm done stitching. Cut off the excess crilloni and the thread. Now straight to my iron. So before you iron this particular peplum, because of the crilloni that we added, make sure you use your hand to drag in the excess fabric, and you are to iron it on the wrong side. You can see. Then I'll place my pressing iron on it. Let the heat catch it very well so that it will melt off the hem gum in order to hold the fabric with the crilloni very well. This is the remaining 1/4 inch that I said the crilloni will take in the process of ironing it. You can see it's now up to 1/2 inch that we use in sewing this particular peplum. You need to take your time. Be using your hand to arrange it before you place your pressing iron, because as soon as you place the pressing iron, it will melt the hem gum, which is going to hold it permanent. You can see the result we are having. The edge, now look at the hem gum, it has hold this particular place. Can you see? That's how you'll be holding it as you are placing your iron. You need to take your time. Just take your time to be arranging it. Now I'm done with the wrong side. Back to the right side. I will iron it thoroughly to bring out the beauty the way I want. You can see it. The beauty is coming out. Once I'm done with this, I'll take it to my machine. I have excess lining after pressing this peplum with my iron, so I'm going to stitch it with 1/4 inch just to hold down the tip of the fabric and the lining, and be bringing out the excess lining. I'm done stitching now. I went ahead to cut out the excess lining with my scissors. Now I'm done. You can see the final result. Don't forget to like, share and comment. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now to create the pleat on it. To create how you want your peplum to be, I'm gonna fold it with 2.5 inch. I will be pleating it to 2.5 inches inside under each other. Can you see the way I'm doing it? 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. Your own can be more than this. It depends on the style you are working on. For this particular tutorial, I'll be using 2.5 inches. Love you. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.